welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We are here in front of a thaumaturges guild in Ul'dah, because I want to continue the thaumaturge quest into Black Mage. So I want to start the Black Mage, get the soulstone and everything. And I had recorded this with Serenia before, but during the time I have several recordings where I say, why am I talking so fast? So I'm barely understandable, and so here we go again. Desiree, do better. Taking the black. Desiree, I've been waiting for you in a way. Please, let me explain. Do you know of a Mara Saja pit? It is a prison here in Ul'dah. In prison, a man will do most anything to keep his mind occupied. Of late, one inmate claims to hear the voice of Nald Thal. No doubt he has lost his mind after serving 100 years of a life sentence. But he knew of you by name, Desiree, and maintains that traders demand you win the gem of Shatotto and exchange it for his release. A farce, no doubt. I make it for nothing more than the maniacal ravings of a cell-crazed, sweaty-toothed madman, but I fear the only way to be sure is to free him of a pit. The prisoner's name is Kukuruka Tataruka, and as if his story were not proof enough of his lunacy, he also styles himself a black mage. But such magic was lost to Eorzea centuries ago. Who does this senile charlatan think he will fool with such rubbish? Nevertheless, he has invoked the name of Nald Thal, and so the Order feels it unwise to ignore his words. Though I'm still no believer, you have come, as he said you would. Yeah, well, I'm a thaumaturge, I'm a member of the guild. Is it truly so surprising that I should come and visit the guild? Anyway, let's continue. So let us get to the bottom of this, shall we? It may be that you are an agent of fate, or perhaps you are merely a crooked old man's accomplice. In either case, I ask that you travel to Highbridge in Eastern Fanalan. Seek out the planar fissure, a rift between this world and the next. Fell whatever beasts might lurk there, and water the earth with their blood. According to our jailed mama, doing so will give rise to the gem of Shatotto. The gem is no more than a pretty stone oft mentioned in bedtime stories and the tales of fairies. We will see if it truly exists. I shall await your findings here. Return to me when the deed is done. Alright, Highbridge and the planar fissure is here, says my quest log. Yeah, how does no one of the elves see this thing? And is worried? Oh well. Yeah, I'm a bit over-leveled for the sake of recording this in one session. So, these poor souls will die easily. Another one. Oh. I dodged, luckily. Because Malice inflicts the silent status effect, which is nasty when you are a black mage, or a thaumaturge in this case. And the blood. Weren't those ghostly figures? They do have blood? Thaumaturge, hear me. Oh, thaumaturge, hear me. Put up your weapon, friend. Kazakh Char means you no harm. So, you are the one of whom Kukuruka's prophecy speaks. By your hand was the blood of these creatures spilled upon this earthen vein, was it not? Yes? Then you have earned this gem of Shatotto. Take it. You will know what to do with it when the time comes. With this, my part is done. Farewell, for now. And back to the guild. Yayake. Well, you certainly smell as if you've been off spilling blood, but it would take more than a waft of foulness to convince me you are an agent of divine will. I take it yours was an eventful journey? Yeah? Yes, the stone. It is exactly as described in the tales. Could it truly be? The gem of Shatotto? Truth be good, I can feel the magic pulsing within it. The tales tell that only souls blessed by the grace of Nald Thal are entrusted with the keeping of a gem. This is beyond mere coincidence. I must investigate further. And you must assist me, Desiree. This now involves you as much as any other. Still, I cannot shake my inner skeptic. If Kukuruka somehow made contact with the outside world, he may be manipulating adventurers such as yourself for ends yet unknown to us. I will call an emergency council of the order. Please, wait here. That will not be necessary. Kukuruka? What are you doing here? How have you escaped the pit? What your turn? You insolent fool! Master has passed a century in meditation, communing with Nald Thal. You will address him with a proper respect. I need a different voice for Lalai. The jailers of the Majasara pit are very different from the heretics of your order. Suffice it to say, they had wisdom enough to listen. Must I remind you again? The will I speak is that of Nald Thal himself. The true criminal is he who ignores the word of a god. Beware, Kukuruka. The 12 seldom spare those who claim their voice. This mama's farce will bring disaster to us all. The cause of the disaster to come will be no words of mine. Of that be sure. Nald Thal spoke unto me. By his declaration, the seal on the void gate will be broken. Once thrown open, it can be closed once more by none but she who wears the gem of Shatotto. I speak of you, Desiree Klingo. The gem you hold is the mark of a Mage of the Black. With it in hand, you must now set forth to gather the keys needed to seal the void gate. Wait, you can't. I mean, you don't have a right to. I just can't let this happen. Silence, you hollow-pated prick. Those who do not listen shall not be hurt. You take for yourself a title of thaumaturge, and so I will not suffer you to claim ignorance. You know as well as any of the existence of a netherworld rife with shadow and monstrosity. The void. As the power of the void waxes, the barrier between it and our world wanes. Eventually, that barrier will falter, and the void gate will open. Once it has, only the black magic of Eld can reseal it. This is sacrilege! As one who now commands the forces of destruction, I bid you go forth, Black Mage. The gem of Shatotto is our sigil, the mark of a magi devoted to the true dark art. In it, you already possess the first key required to see the void gate sealed. You have taken the black, but time is needed before the black takes you, before it permeates mind and body, and colors every fiber of your being dark as pitch. Visit Milvaneth's sacrarium, and there hear the words of Lalai. Huh. Do not fear the power to destroy. Master it, and with it destroy that which would destroy you. What? This is unconnected, I think. I wondered if Yayake would react again, but no. Or she already thinks I am a black mage, so, and just accepts it. Anyway, minor skill should be closest. Weavers is also equally far away. And there is Lalai. Master is meditating in his chambers, for Nald Thal always speaks and Master must listen. He has entrusted me with guiding you on your path, but you must walk alone yet. Come again when the black has grown stronger within you. At level 35, and I get a mana font which gives me 3000 mana back, and the soul of a black mage, of course. Equip the soulstone. Where is it? It's still in my inventory, right? Yeah. Alright. And I need to rearrange my skills. And did I get anything new? Yeah, mana font, of course. Alright. You'll never go back. I sense the black magic within you has grown stronger, Desiree. You have earned the right of my audience. I'm pleased to see that you do not fear your newfound powers, but then, you adventurers were ever wont to embrace the new. You are now ready to set forth on your journey, to find the keys required to seal the Void Gate. Hear me well, for mine are Master's own words, and his, those of Nald Thal himself. The next key requires the blood of sacrifice. Travel to the Sagoli Desert in southern Fanalan. Slavered fiends emerge from a planar fissure there, and slake the land's thirst for their lifeblood. Once drunk, its essence shall be borne away upon the ethereal vein of the earth, and then serve to notify our friends in the wastelands that the time has come. Complete the task before you, and the Black Mage testimony you carry will shine full with a new light. Light to envelop and absorb evil. Light to show you destruction and guide you to righteousness. This light is the key. Take it into you, there it will forever burn bright. That is all. Do you understand and accept what you must do? Alright, Sagoli Desert. Alright, Planar Fissure. What will we face this time? Imps. That makes more sense of spilling blood than the ghosts we had last time. The Void Sense blood flows into the planar fissure. Back to Lalai. It is done then, but the blackness you have awoken has yet to settle within you. Time is needed, Desiree. Pray, be patient. Continue to practice your mastery of the arcane, and come to me once more when the dark art is as much you as you it. We get freeze. You have learned a new dark art. Now, freeze effectively makes Blizzard 2 obsolete, and in fact also, for the most part, transpose. There are very rare cases where you still might need to use transpose because you don't have the necessary mana for freeze. But yeah, that is when you messed up, right? Because now you switch between fire and ice with freeze and fire free. International relations. Desiree, I see in your eyes the look of a woman prepared to take on the daunting responsibilities of a black mage. There are few who know of our existence, even among those versed in the ways of magic. You will not even find mentions of us in all but the most esoteric of texts. Yet the secrets of our art lie encrypted here, within the forbidden library of this sacrarium. Master himself deciphered and read the texts some 100 years past. It is said the first of our kind were the favored of Nald Thal, and it is he who entrusted them with the duty of sealing the Void Gate. But as you well know, the power of black magic lies in its great potential for destruction. The slightest errancy in its use may give rise to the most tragic of disasters. Of the disappearance of the black mages from Eorzea, Master says only, "We must not repeat the errors of the past." Desiree, Master has made known to me what it is you must next do. Listen to his words now, with all your being. The land has drunk deep of the blood you spilled, and by this act, 3 souls of 3 races to Thanalan have come. The fires of our order once burned black and full, yet long ago they were left to wane and very nearly die. These 3 souls are the keepers of the embers that remain, of all that we now are. In the hands of one who will usher our return, the gem of Shatotto, testimony of our creed, will shine with new light, and by that light the 3 keepers will be made your allies. An Amalja by the name of Khazak-Shah awaits at Burgundy Falls in the east of Thanalan. Go to him. That is all. Dwell not on the fact that the Amalja are the sworn enemies of Ul'dah. It is not your place to question Master's will, for it is the will of Nald Thal himself. Go forth, Black Mage, and see the Void Gate sealed. Yeah, we already met that Amalja, right? The one who handed us the gem of Shatotto. And in fact, we met Khazak-Shah on this very same map, though closer to a settlement, which was quite reckless. Considering that the Ul'dah authorities have a kill-on-sight order regarding Amalja. Oh. Welcome, Viera, chosen of Kukuruka, bearer of a gem of Shatotto. By the gem's power do our paths cross once more. At last the time spoken of in the prophecy has come. Yet I know nothing of she who would guide us. Come, tell me your name. Desiree Klingor. I am Khazak-Shah, a sorcerer of the Amalja, as were many of my forebears. I am the 4th of my line to walk this path, which brings me now to this land. As you well know, my kind bear the scorn of the Uldans. It is for that reason that I must remain here, far from the city walls. Great power this one has, but enough it is. Khazak-Shah is terrifying to behold. Yes, but he is both wise and kind. Good, warm, kind. These are my brethren in the black, Desiree, and now they are yours as well. Come. Before you stand the Ixal Dozol Melok and the 269th Order Mendicant of the Kobolds, Dazar. You have fed the ethereal currents with the blood of fiends, but the gem of Shatotto radiates as it does in your presence as proof of your deeds and a sign of what must yet be done. It falls to me to bear witness to your awakening and to pass on to you the knowledge entrusted to me. Know that you must face death before your purpose can be fulfilled. It is to the Silent King in Western Thanalan that you must next journey. There too lies a planar fissure, and there too must you slake the land's thirst with the blood of the fiends which surge forth from it. Fear not. Each of us shall journey to the Silent King, and there convene once more. Seek out first the exiled Dozol Malok, for your path is destined to first cross with his. When the deed before you is done, the gem of Shatotto shall shine with new brilliance. Western Funnel. Okay, and there is Dozol Malok. The close planner Fisher, strong black magic you need. You close? Then come to Dozol Malok once more. Alright. An Ahriman. Ah ja, white blood. Ah, Kazakcha spoke true. Black is strong in Desiree. You go now. Go see Gaza. Here lies the planner Fisher. Wift, tear, Fisher. Use the power within you to seal it. So many fishers. It is as Kazakcha foretold. You are chosen, Desiree. You must return to him now. Yes, yes. Return and tell Kazakcha the deed is done. Ended. Over. Done. He's here. Good. I almost feared I had to return back to Burgundy Falls. You have done well, Desiree, as I knew you would. Come, it is time now to return to Burgundy Falls. What did I just say? I don't want to return there. Desiree Klinger of the Black, you return to me victorious. The gem of Shatotto burns bright. You are indeed the heiress of a dark and ancient power, as Kukuruka foretold. I am reminded of a prophecy my great-grandfather uttered long ago. When four magi meet in a barren land, black powers of eld woven by their hand shall see the fate of wickedness made stark, and the path to light shall be lit by dark. The black powers of eld require no explanation, and know that wickedness refers to the evil birthed by the void. That the seal holding the void gate shut will falter and fail is beyond doubt. Yet your deeds speak of determination and ability, and in them I spy hope. I have learned all of you that I must. I bestow upon you the knowledge kept by my line. Here and now I speak an oath to discard old grudges. By our power combined, the void gate will be sealed anew. You have brought this old Amalja much happiness. Few believed the words of my great-grandfather. He was mocked and ridiculed, and worse, ignored. Yet your coming has fulfilled the prophecy he spoke. Desiree, the dark magic cursing for you shares a deep bond with the Void Gate. Should that portal be cast open, you will come to great peril. Temper yourself, in both body and mind, and when you're ready, return to this land and seek me out once more. Then, and only then, will I speak to you of your next task. And we learn Blizzard Free. Yeah, this is right. Blizzard Free is the opposite of Fire Free, a single target spell. Of course, with Umbral Ice and Astral Fire, it's not nearly as strong as Fire Free in the usage, but it's more there to shift the Astral and Umbral states. Anyway, that shall be it for this episode. Until next time, when we play more Final Fantasy XIV, I am Ace, and don't get lost.